Hey guys, welcome back to the Dragon Corps YouTube channel. In today's lecture, we're going to be studying about a little bit about database. Actually, I've got a request from one of my fellow mates to make a video and differentiate between two topics in database, that is schema and instance. Schema versus instance, alright? So I'm going to be using the Oracle database. So when you log in into this GUI database of Oracle, you will be given with these options over here. So you need to click on this option, SQL commands. When you log in, when you do the whole process, you'll be provided with these five options over here. Now you need to in order to execute some queries, you need to click on this option over here. So a text field will appear in front of you. Now let's learn a little bit about what type of queries and are there in SQL, and in what categories are they divided. So the first category is DDL, which is also known as the data definition language, which in turn is related to the first topic, that is schema. So what a DDL is? The full form of DDL is actually data definition language, which what it does is it creates the whole conceptual schema or the structure. Schema actually means structure of the database table. That would mean what type of values are stored and what values are stored and what type of what type of values are stored, what type of attributes are stored. You see, in a table there are many things. Let's create a table over here. The first command would be create table command. This comes under the category DDL, data definition language. All right, to create the schema or the structure of the database, we use this command. So we'll be creating a table over here. Create table EMPL, that stands for employee over here. All right, so we create table employee. Now inside it, we'll be naming the attributes and what type of attribute and the data types of those attributes. All right, so the first thing that should be in there is should be the employee number. All right, so EMPNO, employee number, and what is its data type. So in SQL database, or in the SQL language, programming language, we have the data types as number, especially in Oracle. If we are storing a numerical value, we have the data type as number. If we are storing a string value, we have the data type as varchar2. All right, so in our case, the first attribute is stores the numerical values. All right, so the first data type is number. So EMP number, employee number, and its data type is number. Now in this case, if you want to specify the length of the maximum length that should be stored, that maximum and exact length that can be stored in this data type, in this attribute over here, now you can specify it over here, but or else you don't need to. All right, so EMP number. Now the second attribute is name, which will be of data type varchar2. Now the name can be of up to, I think, 20 characters. So I specified that limit over here. Now name varchar2 20, and the third will be address. This will also be varchar2. Address can be up to 50 characters, I guess. So this will be our table. Now let's run the command. Now in order to execute this command, you need to click on this button over here. Let's run it, and our table is created. You can see over here the table is created. So now if you want to view this table, we need to execute a command which is describe. Now DESC would be all right. DESC stands for describe and the table name that you want to see. All right, so DESC EMPL. Now let's run this command. Yeah, now you can see over here we have a table that we created a while ago. All right, so this is known as the schema, or the conceptual design, or the structure of the database that you have created. All right, this is not known as the instance, but this is known as the schema, or the structure, or the conceptual design. Remember, only these three words are enough to describe this thing over here that we are seeing: the schema, or the structure, or the conceptual design of the database. All right, So in our table over here, or in this schema over here, we have three attributes, that is employee number, employee name, and employee address. Now, and these are the data types. Now whenever we each time we insert any data, the employee number will be stored in under the attribute employee number, and the name will be stored under the attribute name, and the address will be stored under the attribute address. All right, so let's insert our first data. Now according to the schema over here, we'll be inserting a data like and we'll be using the command insert. So insert into EMPL VALUES values. Now what type of values? See, we have to insert the values according to the schema we have created. All right, if we have put the employee number as the first attribute, we'll have to insert a numerical value as our first data over here. So single quotes and the employee number 1, then comma, then the name of the employee, which is in my case I'll put my name over here, comma, and then address, which would be anything, 175/1/C or CD. All right, so now let's execute this command. One row, you can see over here, this query is executed and one row is inserted. Now we have inserted this command. All right, this command over here, insert command, also comes into the DDL, that is data definition language, DML, that is data manipulation language. This is another category of the SQL commands. Now in this category lies those commands which are required to manipulate the data, that is insert. There are four types of commands that lie under this category, data manipulation language or DML, that is insert, update, delete, and select. All right, so we have used our first command. Now let's see the data. Now the second command is, in order to see the data that you have inserted recently, we need to execute this command over here, which is select command. Select star from EMPL. Now let's execute over here. See, we have inserted the same data twice, so two rows have been added to our table. Now see, this is the instance. Now what is an instance? The proper definition of the instance would be the snapshot of the currently holded data by the database. The snapshot of the data that is being held by the database currently is known as the instance of that database at that time. All right, the instance, what now what is an instance? Instance is the snapshot of the data that is being held by the database currently, at present. It deals with the data, not the attributes. All right, so this is the basic difference between the instance and the schema. Schema is the thing that deals with the overall structure, the conceptual design, and this instance is the thing that deals with the data over here. All right, now we have seen the data using the select command, which lies under the category of data manipulation language. Now if I want to delete the data, and I am sure that I want to delete the data, or delete that data which consists of employee number as 1. Now I'll be using the delete command over here, another command of the data manipulation language. Now the command goes as follows: delete star from EMPL where EMPNO equals 1. Now let's execute this command over here. Now it's giving an error over here. Anyways, you can take this command from the internet also, but the command goes like this. Maybe there's some technical error or so, but this is the third command that lies under the data manipulation language, which is used to alter the data. All right, so delete. There are 4 commands basically: insert, update, delete and select. Now we've seen the 2 commands and the third has some technical issue. You can execute the other 2 commands on your own, but the first category, which I said as the DDL or the data definition language, has basically 4 commands, which is create table, alter table and drop table and so on. Right, now we have seen the first command, the create table command, through which we created a table. Now we will see, first we will see the table schema again. Now this is a schema. All right, now if I want to drop any single attribute over here, that is the address attribute, I want to remove this attribute from this table, I'll be using the drop command. All right, this command lies under the data definition language category, so I'll be using it as alter. Alter is the keyword. It is alter is the command that is used to alter the overall structure, that is the schema. This schema, if I want to alter this whole schema, that is I want to edit or make some change in any one attribute, I'll be using the alter command. Alter table empl drop column address. All right, now let's run this. See, the table is altered over here. So now let's see our schema again. Now the address attribute should have been removed by now. So DESC EMPL. All right, now see, the address column is removed from here. All right, so this is how the alter table command works. You can add a column or you can drop a column. All right, so this is how it works. Now let's add a column. Alter table EMPL add address varchar 2 50. Now let's run this command over here. See, the table is altered. Now the address column should have been added by now. Now let's see it again. Oh sorry, name of our table is EMPL. See, the address attribute is again over here. All right, so we have seen 4 commands. You can add an attribute or you can remove an attribute using the alter table. All right, now if you want to delete this overall schema or the overall table, the whole table, you can use the drop command. Now drop, if I use the drop drop table EMPL. Now let's run this if it works or not. See, the table has been dropped. Now there will be no table named as EMPL. Let's see. DESC EMPL. All right, object to be described could not be found. So this is how it works. Now if you use drop table, the table will be removed from the overall database and you cannot find it again. Right, so now we have studied how to create a table, how to delete a table, how to insert data, how to delete data, and how to view data, and the categories in which the commands are divided. So this is how it ends. If you want me to make a video on any of the topics or any other topic on the other technologies, you can come mention it in the comment box below. I'll be glad to make a video on that. Please don't forget to subscribe and like my channel and for the upcoming videos. Now if you want to learn Java, then I have created a separate playlist or core Java concepts. Now there's 2 playlists on my channel named as core Java and basic programming. Now for the people who are beginning to code and using Java as the primary language, can begin with the first playlist, which is the basic programming concepts with Java playlist. Now if you know how a programming language works, you know the basic if switch, for and while and do while statements and all, Now you can begin with the core Java concepts and jump onto the next playlist, which is the core Java concepts. So that's all for now. See ya.